Hello and welcome to my channel, my space to journal my days, to reflect and be thankful. My journey is an ordinary girl, one in a million in this so ordinary world, but aiming for the extraordinary. My thoughts for today, a new page I now create. Welcome to Slim's Diary. Fitness first. Fitness first. First fitness. No. Nah. Yeah, I know. Keeping fit is good business. Keeping fit is good business. Nah, I'll just stick with fitness first. Hey diary. Just as we seem to be settling into the new normal in terms of social distancing and one-way systems in place in all public spaces, I'm still trying to get used to this, especially in shops. The virus is rearing its ugly head back up again and has led to restrictions being put back, albeit not as tight as previously in certain aspects. There's been local lockdowns here and there, but by and large, people have been able to move about, and the consciousness wasn't there anymore as such. And as a result, number of cases has increased drastically, and now government has brought back restrictions to try and bring the infection rate down. It's looking like Christmas may be ruined. I'm hoping not. I mean, it's still 3 months away, so fingers crossed it'll be alright. Households are back to meeting in safe bubbles of not more than 6 people, and every sphere of the economy is struggling, and loads of people are just barely hanging on to the thread of survival. We continue to keep spirits up as best as we can. We've had to make lots of lifestyle changes in order to accommodate the changes as they affect us. One good thing out of it all is that we've been much more healthier and fitter. Well, one of us is more than the rest of us. At the beginning of the lockdown, we decided as a family, I think I said this before, we would be fitter when lockdown was over, or we would be much more fitter when lockdown was over than when we went in. But if only we knew what we were in for, we probably wouldn't have been so quick to commit to that. But we did, and we're good. Fast forward 6 months and JJ's built his fitness level up to the point where he walks an average of 9 miles every day. And then he tops it up with a solo half marathon at the weekend. The children now wake up every morning to walk out of their own accord. I haven't got to cajole anyone, and I do my daily walks, occasional runs, and home workouts. I'm most impressed and inspired by JJ. And yes, I am still impressed, though he's my husband. He decided in July he would run a solo half marathon each weekend, and within 5 weeks, he went from completing the half marathon in about 2 hours, 20 minutes to under 2 hours. Under 2 hours. That's 13.2 miles in less than 2 hours. I mean, that's 21 kilometers in less than 2 hours. Now that is impressive. And the most impressive thing about it is that on the days he ran his sub 2 hours, he didn't feel like going for the run. He didn't feel like going for the run. Okay, No snickering there, but I'm not doing badly myself. I'm doing a 5K twice a week. That's about 3.2 miles. My timing is not important. All you need to know is I'm doing my own bit. And that's good. There's been times I went out for a run and felt my heart was gonna bust just before the 2 mile mark. I almost gave up at that point. But when I remembered what JJ is achieving, I find inner strength and just keep going. It just motivates me. The same morning he ran his sub 2 hours, I was gonna go for a run, but got up, looked outside, decided it was too cold, too windy, so I stayed put. I didn't do anything that day. I'm a fair weather runner, I admit, no shame there. But I've started a dance fitness exercise with a couple of friends, so that should count for something. So I think we're good. One other thing the lockdown's made so clear and blown up in my opinion is the rate the kids are growing. They seem to have really shot up these past few months. David looks to have just sprouted right under my nose. I mean, his chest is expanding, his chest is getting wider, his voice is cracking, and he's now sitting with legs slightly apart. I wonder why they do that. And he's now fond of walking around the house in his vest, his inner t-shirts, showing off his biceps and ripped chest. I literally had to empty both their wardrobes of clothes they hadn't got to wear out, as we've been indoors most of the time. My heart was pained as I put them in charity bags. I mean, I love to give to charity, but I just felt it was such a waste. He tried playing a fast one on his dad the other day. They're meant to have a shower once they get back from school, and hot water is usually on before they get home. So on this day, Debbie had a shower after school, but David just kept walking about the house aimlessly, doing everything but going into the shower. But come 9 p.m. and it's time for bed, he goes into the shower, but of course the hot water had gone off as it was on a timer and the water had turned cold. He went in, saw the water was cold, and came right out. We were just heading off to bed, so we heard him. So JJ went up to ask him what the problem was, and he said the shower was cold. JJ's face lit up. He said, "Oh, so the shower's cold? Well, I'm sorry, young man, but you're gonna have to man it up with the cold water." I couldn't see David's face from where I was in my bedroom, but I could imagine his shock and the expression he would have had on his face. He wasn't expecting it. He wasn't expecting that at all. He didn't see that coming. So JJ asked him to go back in and have a shower. So as an obedient child, he goes back into the shower, and JJ comes into our bedroom and tells me that he knows David's gonna put the shower on and then pretend to have a shower. I guess he'd done that before as a kid, so he knew what was coming. And that's exactly what David did. He pretended to have a shower, came out a few minutes later, and met his dad waiting for him by the door. Now, shock doesn't explain the expression on his face. So back and forth they went, with JJ insisting he had to have a shower. He even offered to go in and help him if he felt he couldn't do it himself. Like, after all, there's nothing to hide. They're both men. I was doubling with laughter in my bedroom. It all looked like a scene from a TV show. So off again, David goes into the shower, and this time did have a shower. A mighty quick one, I must add. You could hear his squeals from the bite of the cold water. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Next day, and since then, he's been making sure he has a shower quickly before the hot water goes off. Oh my goodness, children and their antics. They never cease to amaze me. Oh Lord. Anyways, diary. Going back to more serious stuff now that I've had my laugh. It's been an enlightening week, which has gone by quite quickly. So very quickly. And my takeaway is to focus on your goals and not your feelings. Well, JJ taught me that. Set stretching goals, be persistent, don't give up, and eventually you will achieve them. I mean, I said this the same time when Debbie had got her hoverboard, and it's coming around again, so I need to pay more attention to it, I guess. And then secondly, I love my man, and I thank God for him every day. Well, it's bedtime now, diary. So good night.